So if you want to start, just to say to the camera, what's the name of your show, when's it on, and anything about it you want to say.
Okay. Brendan Burns and Colt Cabana sit in a 150-seater at 10 p.m. and do the commentary to bad wrestling matches. I can't even remember the name of my show, and it's so long and so literal. But here it is. My name is Colt Cabana. I'm a former WWE wrestler and a professional wrestler all around the world in 15 years. And never in my life did I think I would find myself at the Edinburgh Fringe Festival doing this as a professional wrestler. But I did it last year with The Stand, and then we got moved to a better time slot and a bigger venue because it really went off really well last year. And I mean, I had heard of the Edinburgh Fringe Festival, but I never realized how amazing it was and how much fun I had. So I'm like, I've got to come back. And luckily The Stand invited me back, and the people of Scotland and the UK invited me back. So here I am.
So this is your second year?
This is my second.
Is it kind of, are you more relaxed this year because you've done it once before, or do you still feel confident?
There is zero nerves to have in my show because I mean it's all straight up improv. It's a subject that I know unbelievably well, professional wrestling and comedy. So last year there was no nerves, and this year there's no nerves. There's like no pressure to me or anything, which I think is what makes for a better show. Is because I mean it is laid back, it's relaxed, it's a living room show as we call it. Come on, 10 o'clock, have a beer, have fun, end your night with a little bad wrestling and some jokes with us.
And in terms of going out in full gear, do you ever wear the full wrestling gear in the show?
No. I
saw you last year on the Royal Mile in full gear.
Yeah. Well, that was part of the BBC did a documentary called Insane Fight Club, which I was a part of, and it's an amazing documentary. A lot of people watched it. So as a part of that, we dressed up in the full gear just to promote the show. I think it's easy because everyone's trying to find a niche or a gimmick or how can I stand out, right? I saw a red bastard, roaming around. I'm like, what is that? But if you see an American in the Speedos walking around, baby oiled up, you're going to be like, a wrestler? And then you're intrigued, and you take a flyer, and you're like, oh, bad wrestling comedy, I love it.
And in terms of how you come up with the material, do people submit things that they want you to bring up in the show, or do you have some kind of set points that you like?
Yeah, I've got about like 150 clips ready to go. And the best thing is that the material writes itself. If we didn't want to, we wouldn't even have to say anything, and it would get a laugh a minute. Just the material's so bizarre. But then on top of that, comedians. Brendan's been doing the Fringe for 23 years, which is amazing. So not only him, but we always have these different friends. People come in. Daniel Sloss came in. He did the opening night. John Robertson. We've had a lot of great people. Mike Lawrence. The funniest thing to me is, as an American, so Brendan brings in all these stars, I'm not really sure who a lot of people are, but the UK scene and the Scotland scene, they know exactly who they are. So I think that's also kind of funny. And Brendan likes to say he enjoys seeing the Fringe through my eyes because I mean this is for me, but I don't know stereotypically if the Fringe is meant for a 6'2", weightlifting jock professional wrestler, but it is. But I have definitely a different vision of what it is.
Okay, and if you had to quickly pitch your show as a wrestling event, if you were say you were fighting Brendan Burns.
Okay.
Go ahead.
You want a wrestling promo?
Yeah, I want.
Yeah. Well, let me tell you something now, Brendan. You're gonna come onto the show. It's 10 o'clock at the Stand and the Square, and it's me versus you. We're gonna be watching wrestling all night long. And I tell you what, Brendan, you think you got some quips, you got some fast, witty retorts. Well, you have seen nothing until you have seen the words that come out of the mouth of Colt Boom Cabana at Fringe 2014. Be there, 10 o'clock, Stand in the Square, 8 pounds every single night. Except for Sundays, because I'm wrestling for ICW.
That's great.
Cool.
Thank you very much. Cheers.
Thank you.